as a way to get elected, and then they don't fix it because they can't. Because
we're just having a great conversation here on the Morning Brew. I somehow persuaded Stephen Michael Quezada to stay, along with Dan Gutierrez and our co-host Aaron Muffaletto, in our final segment here. You were just talking about the APS board meeting you went to the other night, and it's 4 hours of...
4 hours. It's hard. There's a lot of stuff to deal with, for sure.
And you're trying to get something done. That's what you were just talking about during the break.
Yeah.
Trying to get this thing moving along. We've got to solve problems.
I think we need to fix education. I'm tired of politicians using education to get elected.
Yeah.
And then don't do anything about it, because if they do, guess what? They don't have nothing to use to get elected. You know, I think
that's my passion, is education.
We should solve that problem, and then have politicians figure out another way to get elected.
Well, education in the state is such a big issue, and every year it's like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Let's throw more money at it, but we're not solving the problem.
There's not enough money at it. They say that they're throwing money at it, but it's really not the case. I mean, you know, we're going to be short our budget. You know, we can't afford to pay the teachers what they deserve.
That's
teachers
issue.
Are not put in the status that they belong.
Yeah.
They're responsible for our children, you know, and they're teaching our future. They should be as respected and as well paid as doctors and lawyers. I'm sorry. That's just
I totally agree. I've been an advocate for that. They need to be elevated professionally. They need to be as important as lawyers and accountants and architects and people like that.
So you attract the best as well.
Exactly. If you build it, they will come. And I think somebody needs to step forward and do that. I don't know how, but I'm glad you're in that spot where you can at least have some influence.
Don't ask me. I'll just put movie theaters in all the schools.
Yeah. That's right.
It's a start.
Beanbag chairs and hand out popcorn near set.
Dan, we haven't had a chance to talk much movie.
I can run it through it real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. What's on
this weekend? The Evil Dead is coming out this weekend, which is a remake to the original 1981 Evil Dead, even though there was already a remake and they called it Evil Dead 2. The cool thing about it is that it's darker, it's gorier, it's scarier. The second, the Evil Dead 1 and 2 are kind of like hokey and cheesy if you've ever seen them. But this one is supposed to scare you more than anything else. So if you're a big horror fan, I do recommend it. And the reason why is because it's going to remind you of last year's movie that I really enjoyed, The Cabin in the Woods, which was a really cool movie that came out this last year.
I don't watch scary movies.
And it wasn't that, it was kind of interesting. It was creative.
The commercial alone for this one scared me. So
yeah, they're billing it as the scariest movie of all time. And on the poster it says, this is the scariest movie of all time. And it's like, that's a pretty strong claim. So hopefully it's true. Also coming to theaters is Jurassic Park 3D.
I am so excited for that.
So, and the reason why I put it as interesting, I put it's freaking dinos in 3D. That's the only reason. I was like, yes, in your face.
Coming at you.
So that's the only reason why. So those are the two movies that I would say check them out this weekend. It's actually not a bad weekend for movies, even though there's only two.
Okay, we're going to wrap the show with. You ready?
What's
Crew
that?
Dance Party.
Oh, let's invite them out.
We have our Friday.
Do we get to judge them?
Thanks for joining us.
I give you a 2.
Well,
Cameron 2, I give him a 2.
I want to thank our co-host Aaron Muffaletto, who's going to be back next week, and I'm excited about that. And give her a hand. She's doing a great job. And I want to thank our guest, Stephen Michael Quezada, SMQ in the house here, and Danny, our movie guy. You'll see him again next week.